Hey guys, a very warm welcome back to the Fit-Wit channel. So today we are going to be discussing about a topic that is so common that we practically see it every day in front of our eyes, as well as experience it ourselves most of the days. This is nothing but something that we all love, and collectively we lovingly call this as the muscle pump.
The most satisfying feeling you can get in the gym is the pump. It's as satisfying to me as coming is, as having sex with a woman and coming. So can you believe how much I am in heaven?
So a lot of people out there have questioned me कि भैया जब हम workout करते after the workout I feel my muscles have grown in size, उसके बाद घर जाके again it's back to square one. So the main dilemma that they're suffering from is mostly the fact that whether something is wrong with the training or not. So right out of the bat, if that is a factor that you're considering as a marker of whether your training is good or not, you're certainly doing something extremely wrong. So let us first understand what muscle pump exactly is, how it happens, and what you can do to make sure that your gains are on point regardless of whether the muscle is being pumped or not. So without any further delay, let's dive down straight into the nuances of today's topic. So muscle pump, also known as transient hypertrophy, is basically a phenomenon wherein during workout, when you're lifting weight, when you're doing a sustained muscular activity, the blood that flows in that particular local muscle that you're training, the plasma of the blood flows in the intracellular spaces of the cell and fills it up. This is also a phenomenon which in medical terms can refer to as the edema, but it's not the actual disease that you're having, so don't get confused between the two. But this basic phenomenon of this plasma, blood plasma that is getting trapped in the intercellular spaces of your muscle cell, that is what causes the pump. So let us look a bit deeper and understand the entire phenomenon of the muscle pump. So during any sort of sustained muscular activities, specifically in the limbs, upwards of 80% of the blood flow is distributed towards those localized muscles that are being worked. Now what happens is, as the muscle contracts, the veins that are there inside them are compressed and the blood within them is forced towards the heart. Between the contractions, blood fills the veins again and more blood is therefore forced towards the heart with the next contraction. Thus, the muscle pump is a result of mechanical pumping action produced by the rhythmical muscular contractions that we do during the workouts. However, in this entire phenomenon, blood is prevented from flowing backwards away from the heart by one-way valves located in the veins of the limbs. Therefore, during weightlifting or any other sustained muscular exercise or activities, the action of the pump is inhibited and the venous return is reduced. The majority of the constituent of the blood, that is the blood plasma, is actually trapped within the intrastriatal and the intercellular spaces of the muscles, which therefore makes the fluid accumulate in those areas, therefore giving the muscle a bigger, fuller and more vascular look for the time being. As the transient hypertrophy name suggests, right after a few hours of exercising, this plasma fluid returns to the blood and the muscle regains its original shape and size, thus making a lot of you feel as if you have lost the pump or you have lost muscle size. So hopefully now you have understood what a muscle pump exactly is. So keeping that in mind, now the question that you should ask yourself is whether muscle pump is necessary for hypertrophy or muscle growth in the grand scheme of things. And the short answer is not really. Because in order to create that sensation of muscle pump, what we are essentially doing is inducing a lot of high repetition based exercises, which means fundamentally we can't carry that much of load. Now, as if you would remember within your exercise basics, or if you don't, the major three contributors to muscle growth or muscle gain or hypertrophy, whichever way you call it, is progressive overload, time under tension and metabolic stress, in that very order. So if you're not targeting those three and if you're just specifically focusing on exercises which give you the pump, I would say you're wasting your time, especially if you're a beginner. Having cleared that, I hope this video helped you understand something that you did not know, and if it did, don't forget to share it with your friends and family and also let them in on the newfound knowledge. Having said that guys, this is your coach Promit Shome signing off for the week. See you all again next week with another cool video.